Hi everyone, welcome back to Achieve Coding Studio. Today we'll learn how to create and use labels of tkinter. And for that you need to create a project. We've created a project with the name tkinter. Right click on it, new, and create a new Python file. We name the file label and then create, enter. And the first thing we need to do is to import the tkinter library. For that, from tkinter import all. And after that we need to create a window. We make an object with the name of root, which is equals to tk. Tk is a class inside our tkinter. And after that we need to add the main loop method to our root window so that our window will be displayed. And now let's run our application and see. As you can see, our window is displaying in here. And after that what we need to do is to set a geometry for our window. For that, root, and then we need to give an height, a weight for our window, and we give a weight of 600 and a height of 300. And after that we need to create an object of a label, and we will add this label to our main window or our root window. We make an object with the name of LBL, which is equals to label, and the parameter that is necessary for our label that we need to pass is the name of the root window or main window or master window, or the window that we want to the label to be displayed on it. So we pass the root, and after that when we run our application, as you can see, our window is displaying, but the label is not displayed in this window, or not showing in this window. In order for our label to be displayed in the main window, what we need to do is to add the layout manager or a layout for our label, or we need to position the label inside our window. And for that we will use the pack layout manager, and we just need to say that the label.pack. And now the pack layout manager will simply position the elements or widgets inside the main window relative to each other. And now if we run our application, as you can see, the label is displaying, but since it doesn't give any text to our label, it's not showing in here. Okay, now let's go and add text to our label. And for that there is a property inside the label with text equals to, and we need to pass a text, and we pass the text hello world. Now let's run our application. As you can see, our label is displaying in here. And if you want to change the label, and there are two ways that we can change the label text. The first would be label and text, which is equals to, and we need to pass text in here. Let's say that we pass iWord. And now let's run our application. As you can see, the label text is changing in here, but I will not recommend this way. There is a better way that you can use, and we comment out this line of code. There is a better way which we can use and change the text of a label. For that, what we need to do is label.config, and inside the config we pass the text equals to, and in here we pass the iWorld. Now let's check. As you can see, the label text has changed in here. Now let's check other properties of the label. You can add a background and a foreground for our label. For that, what you need to do is label.config, and in here for the foreground fg, which is equals to, we need to pass color. For that we pass weight. You can also pass this fg inside the label constructor in here that we are passing in the config method. Now let's run our application. As you can see, the foreground of our label is changed. Now let's change the background of our label. Label.config, and for the background we pass the bg equals to, let's give a yellow background. Now let's run our application. As you can see, there is a yellow background to our label. And you can also change the font of the label. For that, label.config, and for the font equals to, and we pass suppose Arial, and we also can give the font size for our label. Let's say that we pass the 22 with the size of 22. Now let's run our application. As you can see, the font and the size of the label text is changed. We can also change the length of our label. For that, what we need to do is to label.config, and to change the size of the label, you need to pass the wrap length. Which is equals to, we pass a length of 50. And then let's run our application. As you can see, the length is changed in here. And the last thing for the labels that we will check is to justify the label content or the text. We can justify it to the left, to the right, or to the center. For that, what we need to do is label.config, and inside the config method, we specify that justify the content equals to, and in here we can pass the right in upper cases, or inside the double quotation with lower cases. Now let's run our application. As you can see, the label is wrapped on the right, and that's all for now.